Hello and welcome to King of the Hill, the BeamNG series where we're going to be sending a lot of cars very quickly down the mountain in a test of both speed and endurance. And we start with the little Covet. This car should be pretty good, front wheel drive, pretty light, so nice and stable. But now it's time to see how well it's going to go on the downhill stretch. As we wait for it to start, here we go. 3 lights, 4, 5, and away goes the Covet. Plenty of wheel spin off the start as it heads into the first right-hander, off the road and down the fast downhill stretch. The split times there, you can see, will be measured at each road crossing. Now down this first stretch, very bumpy, very easy to throw the car off the road very early on into a very tight right-hander. How's the Covet going to handle the first proper corner? A little bit of damage and just missing the rocks there. That could have been game over already. They will rip a wheel off without any hesitation. Over the first road crossing then, downhill. This is a nice corner. Get a handbrake, get a bit of a slide on. Will the Covet make it? It's front wheel drive, and it does, and it can use that front wheel drive to pull itself straight if things go awry. A little bit of damage to the front you can see in the bottom right corner, but the Covet continuing on pretty rapidly, it must be said here. As we head into the next section, this is tricky. You can get out of phase with the bumps, just like that, and over goes the Covet. Over and over and over it goes. The radiator's been damaged, and it's just about kept it upright, otherwise that would have been a hell of a recovery job. I think one of the rear wheels is buckled slightly as well. That's not going to help it. Into this little corner here, and whoa, that's a big slide for the Covet, and round it goes. Dear oh dear, the Covet not having a good time of it now. Look at the damage you can see in the bottom right, the radiator there, right at the top, bright red where it's been damaged. Over the road and into this next section. This is the run up to the jumping jacks, a potentially massive jump, but it's a fast, bumpy approach. Very difficult to get the car positioned right. The rear bumpers coming off, the front bumpers come off completely, and we're going for a spin and a roll. Over we go, and over again, and over again, and we're going to have to freeze the clock while we recover the car back onto its wheels with the nodes. And there it is, and the clock's back running again. Which means, of course, we've got no speed heading into the jumping jacks. Jump, which is there. Nope, nothing at all, but that could be a blessing in disguise. We're not going to have a big crash there. Into the McDonald jump. Little jump, just about holding it together. There goes the rear bumper. It's not a problem. We can smash the body. Whoa, dear. Round it goes. A perfect 360. That won't cost it too much time. But yes, you can do as much damage as you want to the bodywork. That's not going to hurt us. Now over the road and into the farm from which the McDonald jump gets its name. We've got a bit of a tank slapper on. And over these bumps it's very easy to get it thrown to the side and into the fence. Yeah, that's not a great bit of run there. A bit of buckling on the bumper, but nothing too major from what I saw. And down, this is a potentially big jump as well under the bridge, and off goes the Covet. Just about holding up right. No, it's not. Another roll. More damage for the Covet's bodywork, and I think that's a look at that. Yeah, the rear suspension's gone on that rear left wheel, and it's pulling the car in all funny directions now. Look at it, barely keeping straight. We've gone for a spin, and this is costing the Covet a lot of time. There we go, getting it back underway now. Heading down. This is a fast section. The rocks on the right hand side though can end your run very easily, and it's throwing the car all over the place, that wonky rear wheel, as we come past the big cross, and we're going over again. Over and over it goes. Big roll, and now the other wheel, the other rear wheel's pointing strangely as well. This is really hurting the Covet. They can barely keep it on the road. We've gone for yet another spin. The poor old Covet's really seen better days, but the entire rear suspension has gone on this thing, and it's just throwing the car in all manner of strange directions. Yeah, off the road again. Now this is a very fast run into the final corner. You can see the beach. It's just got to get there, but is it going to make it? It's struggling. The car's overheating a little bit. That's the steam you can see coming out of the front of it. Bit of handbrake, and it's not going to turn. The steering damage to the front, and that's another roll. That's a big roll as well. Over and over it goes. Look at the state of it. We've lost steering to one of the wheels. I think that's what sent it off. It just didn't want to turn, but there is a little slip we can get to the finish line. Try to just keep it in a roughly straight line. Now the car has to reverse into a space in the car park at the bottom. That might seem silly, but it rewards the cars that have survived in better conditions. So all I've got to do is try... Yeah, it's the front right steering's broken. That's pointing in the wrong direction. That's the problem. You can see it there, the wheels. Oh, this is costing so much time. Just go in. Go in. Oh. Right, new plan. A new plan is needed. We don't need the car. If I just try and bend the wheels. That's it. That's working. It's working. And I think we are in. We are in the space in 5 minutes 12.15. Wow, look at the state of that Covet. That is... It's minced. It's mashed. It's absolutely fallen to pieces. But a decent run. Plenty of time still to make up. So I think it's time to see what car we've got up next. It is the D-Series turn. Now this should fare a little bit better. It's rear-wheel drive, not four-wheel drive. This is the base model D-Series. That could be a bit of a disadvantage, but it's much, much better off-road. It certainly feels more off-roady, but it is a bit taller. Could roll a couple more times with that higher centre of gravity. Basically, I have no idea how well it's going to do. The Gavril D-Series, I think it's time to find out. 4 lights. 5 lights, and away it goes. A bit steady off the line. You can see the time to beat. That is measured at each road crossing. So we'll be measuring, see where the D-Series is in relation to the current leader, which of course is the Covet, being the first car down. Through this section, it's a lot more composed than the Covet was. Oh, actually, I take that back entirely, and it's again we're getting very close to those rocks. Very tricky through there. Very difficult corner, and it's already 1.5 seconds down on the Covet. Not that quick. The Covet, not powerful, very quick, although that was pretty nice through there. How are we going to do against the Covet? 2.5 seconds down, but after this section we should start to make up a bit of time. See, no damage at all. It's a tiny little bit. But this is where the Covet rolled. We're 3 seconds down, but we should make some time up on the Covet. It rolled and spun in this section. If the D-Series can hold it together, which it has done pretty well, actually. Oh, that was a big hit. A crunching blow. But that was sweet as you like through that corner. So the D-Series should take the lead here, and it should take it by quite a bit. And it has 8 seconds in the lead there. That's how much time the Covet lost. Now on the run to Jumping Jacks. And it's going for a spin. It's going for a spin. Pull it back the other way, and it's going to... Oh, it's rolled. That's the world's slowest roll. The time's been frozen while we flick it back up. Is it going to go over again? Nope, we're all right. The clock can start once again. So that's most of our lead against the Covet gone, although that had a roll here on the run up to Jumping Jacks. We're coming in with much more speed. This should be a time to see it. 10 seconds in the lead, but a roll. Oh, that's a big hit. And we're going to completely miss out the McDonald jump. Oh, dear. It's seen better days. It's going to go for a spin as well. It's losing time. And it's going over again. This is a disaster for the D-Series. Over and over. It won't stop rolling, this thing. There it is, but it's kept it going. But it's holding up. Mechanically, it's holding up pretty well. It's still driving straight. The bodywork's battered, but we don't really mind about that. That's not going to stop it moving. But it has now dropped time, and that's a big jump there, and it's going over again. That's a huge roll. Yet again, this thing goes, and now the radiator's damaged. Just what I was saying, it's holding up mechanically. Just needs rescuing for a moment. There it is. And the clock's going again because it's back on its wheels, but of course we need to look at the state of the door. Now that's seen better days as well. Here we go then, under the bridge, and that's going to go and roll again. Yeah. Oh, and it's lost a tyre. And the front suspension's looking bad. I think we've lost steering as well to that wheel. That front left, the tyre's gone. I have a feeling it's pulling at... Yes, we've lost steering completely to that front left. That's really going to hurt us down this hill. It's pulling us off the road. It's going over. Oh, into the rocks. Oh no, that's another recovery job that needs doing. The D-Series it's going to pieces. It was going so well at one point, 10 seconds in the lead. There, the Covet's already would have gone through about 5 seconds ago. Past the cross here. 9 seconds off the pace, and it's rolling again. Steering damage really, really hurting now, and it's going to need to be recovered again. This is the current record for how many times need to freeze the clock. There it is. Get that reversed. And away we go. It's really pulling now. Really struggling to keep it on the road. Barely touching this one. It's sort of in first and second gears. It's bouncing. The suspension's collapsed. Just won't. It's not gone well for the D-Series. How are we doing? There, we're off the road and it's going to go again. That's a big roll, and we've lost a wheel. The rear left wheel's gone. It's the Flatmobile now, this thing. Can it make it? It's got one corner to go. And then the parking. It's lost a wheel. It's not looking good. Oh, there goes the wheel, in fact. There it is. There goes the wheel as we struggle on. Where's that wheel gone? There it is. It's gone into the ocean. To Mexico. But will the D-Series, it's run out of momentum, I think. Where it's lost that rear wheel, it's just dragging its broken body. But I am not going to let this out. I've ripped half the exhaust off. It is so close. Oh, I think I might be parking this one with the nodes. I refuse to let it die this close to the finish line. It's still coming down. Oh, I think it's just beached itself. Yeah. Look at the state of it. Come on. Oh, I've pulled the door. It's overheating. The temperature warning lights come on. That's flat out now. I don't think it's going to work. Let's just pull it. It's not going to be the fastest. I'm not worried about unfair penalties for it. No, it won't. It won't reverse. It is stuck about 10 yards from the finish line. That's the bumper. But at this point, I don't really care. I can't just drag it to the line. It's going to be nearly a minute down. Oh, come on. There it is. It's on the way. This thing is utterly broken in every single way. It's over a minute down on the Covet, which of course didn't exactly have a particularly fast finish either. It's so close. Come on. One more hopefully. Is that it? Oh, go on then, one little nudge more and it's in, in 6:39, nearly 90 seconds off the lead. Oh dear. What a state. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And to the surprise of no one, after 2 cars, it is the Covet that leads. The D-Series. Well, I think that'll be rooted to the bottom for quite some time of the cars that finish. But we'll have to see. Tune in next time to see which cars might challenge the Covet and will almost certainly beat the D-Series. Next time on King of the Hill.